Hey there, and welcome to today's video. For today's video, we will be doing a bit of a shorter one for today. As I mentioned in my last video, last weekend, there was a free trial for The Sims 4 Island Living. Now, I think this trial probably lasted a bit longer. I think it lasted about a day longer, but I could be wrong. Maybe it just seemed that way since for once I actually had some free time to record a bit more leisurely, let's say. Now, as I mentioned with the Get Famous trial though, I don't really like doing huge builds or making a lot of content for stuff that you need to pay an additional amount for, since I like showcasing what you can do with just the base game. Yes, there are all these packs that you could use, but it's not necessary. If you were to buy all packs that are available in The Sims, expansion packs, stuff packs, kits, all of that, you'd be spending, at least in Canadian currency, you'd be spending very close, if not over by this point, to $1,000. And I think that's just way too much for a game. But I do also like giving Sims credit for at least giving trials for people to try it out before they are full on committing to the expense that is a game pack. Now for this one in particular, I personally just took most of the time to actually just play with a pack instead of recording anything for it. But I did want to showcase some of the build buy items, especially the ones that don't cost any simoleons either. So some of the things that are my favorite from this pack are actually roof items. Along with the world itself, which let me just mention that most of the lots are very expensive, which I guess it makes sense, you are on a beach. But for this video in particular, I wanted to challenge myself and make a starter beach house with knowing how expensive the lots are, and also trying to use at least some items from the pack. Now for gameplay, it is actually quite an expensive pack considering some other ones like Eco Lifestyle where you have some really cheap items. In this one, and I guess it makes sense that a lot of them are a lot more expensive. So granted, I did try going back and forth a bit with some of the testing, just because I was skeptical about that bed working or not. Surprise, surprise, it didn't. So the main bedroom, or I guess the only bedroom, does end up changing a little bit, but not too much. Since that was already when it was being playtested, I don't actually have the footage of it, but you'll see at the end when I do a screenshot of the layout how the bedroom actually changed, which it was a bit of a shame, but at the end of the day, it matters more that everything actually works. So since I wasn't exactly sure how many simoleons I had originally, I tried to do a this will be less than 15,000 simoleons type of build. I also really wanted to showcase the canoe that actually comes with the pack. It's one of those things that I feel like would make sense to have in a beach at least. So I also made my build around that. Had I sold it, I would have been able to change the build a little bit here and there, but I think it all worked out at the end of the day. But anyways, we are getting close to the end of this video. I did mention it was quite a shorter one in comparison, but do let me know down below what you think of this one. I personally love the Island Living world in general, and considering all the work that goes into creating all these items, I do understand why Sims charges for each and every single pack. It's just one of those things that I wish there was at least one beach lot in base game, but as I mentioned, I do understand why it's different. All the debug plans that they use to decorate around the world and all that do come from a different pack altogether. And I'm not sure if they'll keep doing these trials or why exactly they're doing them. Maybe I just haven't looked enough into the reason if they have said why, but I do rather enjoy it, and I wonder if it'll keep going until the end of the year or if this is something that's gonna stay as a constant for them. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great weekend!